Talk to us about the new identity that you found and how the negative reversed to the positive.
Negative identity can be put on you by a parent, by a coach, by a teacher, anybody. And when that happens and you exchange that for who God says you are, you're immediately on a path of destruction. And so for me, what happened, this is the most amazing miracle. So my mom and my grandmother had this prayer group where they would pray for all the kids in our grade school on a Monday morning. So for 2 years, I did every test. I went to every doctor, did all that. And everybody said, there's no hope for me. I was just a lost cause. Well, my mom, my grandmother, like, we don't accept that. So for 2 years, they prayed. So the second year, my grandmother's praying, they're sitting there and they're crying, I guess, or whatever. And this lady walks in to the prayer meeting, new to the town. Now, remember, it's a town of 10,000, rural Oregon. Nobody moves there. Her husband got a job from New York City, Manhattan, to be a pastor at a church in our little town of 10,000. She walks in because she has an older son in school, and she's listening to my grandmother and my mom, and she's saying, tell me more about your son. They tell her, and she goes, well, now I know why God sent me here. I just went through the first class ever at NYU to teach kids with dyslexia how to read and write. And boom, right there in the moment, God interceded while I'm trying to kill myself. God interceded, brought somebody across the country, most unlikely thing ever, into a prayer meeting to my grandmother and my mom. And she became Mrs. Slaymaker, became my tutor for the next 5 years. Every day but Christmas and Easter, she would tutor me. And this is how she started every lesson. She would say, you're going to do something significant. You were made to change the world, and God is for you, and there's an unbelievable plan. Just trust him. And she would read this to me every time at the beginning of these lessons. After a while, I said, I'm not deaf, but why do you keep telling me this? I heard you the first time. She goes, until you live into it and believe it, I'm going to keep telling you this. So for 5 years, she did that for me. And when I got in sixth grade, I had a crazy radical teacher, Mr. Bakala. He took all the desks out of the classroom and he came in and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to learn how to do school over again. My worst nightmare. And what he did is he turned the whole classroom into a business. We all got monopoly money in the stock market. So we learned about real life in that. And at the end of the year, I owned every business and I had all the money. And I was like, I can't do math and I can't read, but God, there's something here. And I believe in God because he sent Mrs. Slaymaker. Like, it transformed my belief to where, oh, I might, if God is for me this deep, I might actually be able to go and make a real big impact in the world. It's crazy to take it in and believe if we'll listen to the right voice, the one that loves us and made us, that created us, what's possible. But if we listen to the wrong voice, boom, there's also the other side, right?